All right, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. This is Sensei Claus, my favorite time of year. When I don my Sensei Claus hat, and I do my first Christmas event of the year, which is to decorate my annual or decorate my Christmas tree. Should say my community Christmas tree, and I do this annually. So um, I get online and create a conversation with you guys and while I'm decorating my tree. And so I've been looking forward to this year, all year long. And it's finally time. It is finally time for this to happen. So here we are at the annual community Christmas tree decoration ceremony here at Game Over. And the reason I call it an annual Christmas tree decorating ceremony is because I ask people to bring in ornaments for the tree. Now, we didn't get last year. I think was the first time I did it, and we didn't get very many ornaments in. However, I'm hoping to get more ornaments in this year. But the ornaments are supposed to be, or can be, a representation of how we met or what our relationship is, or how you know me, or something that reminds you of me, or reminds me of you, or something that represents you as a person. So I'm so glad to do this, and I'm so glad to have people getting online. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got some Christmas music playing in the background, but I'm going to go and turn it down in a minute because it's louder than I thought it was. If it's too loud for you guys, let me know, and I'll go ahead and turn it down right now. But in the meantime, I want to get started. Go ahead and get started on the tree. Now, the main purpose of this is to create an atmosphere of conversation, positivity, good energy, good vibes. Because those of you who know me, you know that's what I'm all about. And so, yeah, so that's what we're going to do to you today. I've got two cameras going, so you should be able to catch me on several things. Let me get this pop up out of the way. Why is that popping up? There we go. I've got two cameras going. I'm going to try to wave to as many people as possible. So I've got two cameras going. Well, one of them is on my laptop where I stream, and I can stream to my Bushido Judo Sensei Darian Stokes Facebook, my YouTube channel, my Game Over Facebook, and maybe my Twitch. I think my Twitch is on here as well. And then on my other camera, my phone camera, I stream to Instagram. So I've got a lot of things going on. So if I miss you, if I don't get to wave at you, it's because I'm torn between the two. But I want to reach as many people as possible. While I'm talking about that, let me go ahead and plug my. This is especially for you, those of you who are comic book enthusiasts. Let me go ahead and plug my new TikTok, where I'm hoping to eventually do some live auctions. I'm hopefully going to stream live from TikTok so I can reach a bigger audience. But of course, I can't do that until I reach 1,000 followers. I've tried doing my auctions live on Instagram and on Facebook, but I only get a handful of people. And that's probably because there aren't as many comic book, comic book, comic bookites, comic book keys, people who collect comics or are interested in that kind of stuff. All things nerdy, basically. There aren't as many people on my Facebook and my Instagram. So yeah, I had to cave into TikTok. So if you want to help me get to that level where I can stream live on TikTok, reach a large audience, please go follow my TikTok on my Game Over TikTok. You can follow my Sensei Stokes TikTok too, but my Game Over TikTok is the one I'm going to do most of my streaming from for comic book stuff. My Sensei Stokes, I'm going to try to dedicate to my quotes and my judo stuff. Man, that's loud. Um, Give me a second. I'm going to be right back and turn this down a little bit. All right, I'm back. And those of you who are joining in, thank you so much. I'm gonna try not to bore you to death, but I'm gonna need your help with that because I need conversation. So I don't want to just wave at people. I want to have actual conversation. So if you have anything you want to talk to me about, or any, I want to say advice. Believe it or not, I do get a lot of people asking for advice. I am not a therapist though, and I don't consider myself any kind of a psychologist or anything like that. But or is it psychiatrist? Or either one, either or. Um, but I do care about people, and I do try to help people when I can. So if you need advice or want to talk about something, I'm more than willing to do that. Or if you just want to have some good vibes and bring up good conversation, talk about something in the past, then I am more than willing to do that too. Charlie, happy Thanksgiving to you too, you and the rest of the family. And be sure to tell them I said that for me, okay? But it's good to hear from you, man. It's good to hear from you. So let me get my light sources right because it's going haywire with all these different cameras. My light sources are going haywire. It looks like my Instagram has the best light source. That's awesome. Instagram, if you can make me look good, you're doing something special. All right, here we go. Okay, I think that's the best I can get it right now. Anyway, I'm going to start putting the tree together. Please comment, please talk to me, and I will try to talk about things as I go along. And I'll try not to stay silent too much because this is supposed to be a back and forth kind of thing. So, anyway, I'm going to get started. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you guys ate well. I hope everybody's happy for the most part. Um, and I hope everybody wants to have some positive vibes like I do because that's what this is all about. All those positive vibes. That's why I bring out my Sensei Claus persona around this time of year and try to just bring a little positivity into the world. Lord knows we need it. I will say the only thing I don't want to talk about is anything political. Otherwise, we're good. I just don't want to bring politics into that because politics doesn't always lead to positivity. So um, I'm just going to leave that alone and leave it at that. All right, let's see. Any comments so far? Where's the Mariah Carey Christmas music? You know what? I would love to play some of those popular songs, but I can't because they'll block some of my video out, or even give me strikes, or whatever. So I can't play the popular music that I want to play. I do like that Mariah Carey Christmas song though. There's a lot of Christmas songs that I like that I can't play. Sad face. But you know, unfortunately, that's the way of the world, I guess. Everybody's got to have their money, and I can understand it. You put in all that work, you want some credit, and you put in all that work, you want to make money off of it. Even though most of these people, they won't hurt if they don't get a little bit of money off of their creation. I am sure. I'm sure Mariah Carey will be okay. If I play a little bit of her music, I'm sure she'll be all right. So we've got to deal with the generic Christmas music for now. for now. And I'm not exactly sure how that copyright thing works. I just know I'm not trying to get sued. is what I do know. I'm not trying to get sued. I'm not trying to get strikes. That much I do know. So funny story about this Christmas tree. This Christmas tree is an all-white tree, by the way. Funny story about this tree is that last year I tried my Christmas tree decorating ceremony, and I had been using the same tree for 100 years. It seems like for a long time. And I was putting it together, I think it was last year. And as I was putting it together, the tree, my magnificent antique 100-year-old tree, fell apart in the middle of the live stream. It was embarrassing. I'm going to say, I have to say, it was quite embarrassing. And the whole time that the tree was falling apart, I knew it was falling apart. I knew it. I was trying to catch it. It was like leaning like the Tower of Pisa. And I was trying to catch it the whole time, and I couldn't save it. And I was in denial, talking about, oh no, I got it. It's not going to fall. Excuse me. Oh no, it's leaning, but I can put a comic book under it and even it out. Or, oh, it's leaning, but I'm going to straighten it up in a minute. And the next thing you know, that thing crumbled in my hands. It was like in the movies when you're holding someone who just got shot and they're dying in your hands. I know it's a little dramatic, but I'm going to say it anyway. You're holding them and they're dying in your hands, and you're like, no, don't go. Stay with me. Come on. Live, breathe. Open your eyes, pass gas, whatever you need to do. Let me know you're alive. And I was holding on to this tree, and it was just like, I can't do it, Sensei Claus. I can't do it. I'm dying, and it just crumbled. It was so sad and so dramatic. At least, it sounded more dramatic in my head, but who knows? But it was fun. It was fun. And so I had to postpone my tree decorating ceremony. And I went and bought a tree. And then I continued it into the next day, I believe, or either 2 days later or something like that. I finished my tree decorating ceremony later, but I didn't mind because I like doing this and I like interacting with people online. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Except I had to spend money on a new tree. That was a big deal. Because trees aren't cheap. So, but anyway, so now I got this tree. It's all white tree. And I've noticed that, and I got a good deal on this tree, by the way. I got a pretty good deal. But I noticed that some of the leaves are changing. And they're like browning. I've had this thing wrapped up since last year. But they are browning. I don't know if you can see that little brown tint. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not happy about it. But what they say, you get what you pay for. So I'm paying for it, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah. So here's a cool thing, and this gives me a chance to plug something I want to talk about. I've already got some gifts under the tree. No, not my gifts. Sensei Claus doesn't get gifts much, but I've got some things under the tree that some people have donated and that I've donated. And these toys are going to go to my Gifts for Great Kids Christmas cherry. And for those of you who don't know what that is, let me go ahead and plug that. So this is a program I came up with last year. I'm always coming up with something. This is an event I came up with last year to help get toys into the hands of older kids. Now I know there's Toys for Tots, and even though there's toys, even though this is geared towards older kids, and I'll explain why in a moment. I did give some toys out to a family that had younger kids as well. So they had older and younger kids, which is okay, which is perfectly fine. But there's already Toys for Tots where people donate toys for little kids and whatnot. And, a lot of people are able to do that, are more willing to do that. But I learned something when I worked for an adoption agency and while I was in the adoption process for my own kids. And what I learned is that people think that when kids reach a certain age, they should stop being kids. And I'm here to tell you that is definitely not how life should be. Because I am one of those adults who like to have fun, who like to stay positive, and like to have a good time. And I really don't care what people think about me or what they feel about me. Now, sometimes it bothers me. I'm not going to lie. I'm a human just like everybody else. But when I get in my head that there's something I want to do, and if it doesn't hurt anyone else or hurt myself, but it's fun to me or fun to someone else, I'm going to do it. So, people want to grow up so fast and they want to be stiff and they want to be all serious all the time. And I can be serious and I can be responsible for sure. And I can teach people how to be serious and responsible. But I think that life is too stressful. And I think that people have forgotten how to have fun and how to have a good time. And so that's one of the reasons I want this geared towards older kids. Stop telling kids that they can't dress up for Halloween. Well, in my opinion, you can raise your kids the way you want, but in my opinion, we should stop telling kids they can't read comic books or watch cartoons or call them stupid for wanting to watch anime or read manga or whatever, because the alternatives are way worse. The alternatives for being a kid and growing up or staying young are way worse. You can still teach someone how to be responsible. You can teach someone about responsibility and having fun without denying them things they want to do, the positive things they want to do, or the good things they want to do, or the fun things that they want to do. So I say, let kids be kids. So my Gifts for Great Kids program is geared towards older kids, older teenagers, for older ages, not tots, not little kids, but for kids who are embarrassed to watch cartoons because their parents tell them or somebody tells them that, they're too old to watch cartoons or they're too old to collect action figures. Because what do we do when we get older? We collect things. We go back to our childhood. We collect retro video games. And, we do the exact same things that we tell our kids that they shouldn't do because they are too old. When you get older and you start missing that stuff, you're going to do the same thing, most likely. And if you don't, it could be because you're embarrassed to, or because you were taught that wasn't for you. But at some point, You're going to have to live your own life and stop being sheep. We are going to have to live our own lives and stop letting society tell us how we should be and what we should do and what we should care about and what we should want. As long as my my thought to this is, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, like I said before, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, then why not? Why not have fun? Why not do stuff? Why not, enjoy yourself? And it can even be in the form of just a hobby, or it can be a life-changing event. I saw one of my bandmates pop up. How you doing, Gavin? Let's see. Gavin says, "Happy Thanksgiving, Sensei. I hope it's been a good one." It has been a great one, man. It's even better now. I appreciate the Thanksgiving greeting. But Gavin, you popping on reminded me of something, because there are some parents that I know of or that I've heard about. For example, tell their kids that playing in a band is a waste of time, and why do it? You got other things you can focus on, yada yada yada. But that kind of thought process, in my opinion, again, I'm not telling anybody how to raise their kids, because people have different life experiences. But in my opinion, if you don't allow people to do things that make them happy, then why would they be happy? How are they going to be happy? If you don't allow people to have fun, then what's the alternative to having fun? We can't make people have fun if it's only our fun. Because we might have forgotten about something a long time ago. You might have forgotten about how music makes you feel, for example. Or those times that music got you through tough times. Same with playing with action figures or toys or reading comics. You might have forgotten the thrill that you had when you read an awesome comic book story and you were excited about what was happening, or you couldn't wait for the next issue. Or watching a TV show is the same thing. You can't wait for that next episode. You're excited about the TV show. You want to have a good time. It's all the same thing, just in different forms. So, I started Gifts for Great Kids for people to recognize this and to donate toys to older kids who don't want to leave that stuff behind, who want to have fun, who want to experience the things that we experienced when we were kids. I'm talking about adults. The things that we experienced when we were kids, giving them an opportunity to experience that too. I agree with you 100%, Gavin. It is definitely not a waste of time, because I can tell you that when we practice, it is a great feeling. It's a great feeling of accomplishment. It's a great feeling of camaraderie. It's a great feeling of enjoyment, in that you are fulfilling some passions that you might have. It's great. Playing at concerts, nothing negative. My music concerts are all positive. It's just, I love it. Whenever we have our concerts, or even other bands, watching other bands perform and play. If you haven't been to one, then you can't possibly imagine what I'm talking about. You can't imagine the fun, the thrill, the joy that you can get out of going to one of these concerts. You just can't. So I created Gifts for Great Kids. giving toys to kids, to older kids, and I usually get from middle school to high school, believe it or not, um, or even elementary school to high school. And the gift that you give can be anything, and I give out suggestions all the time, but anything from action figures to dolls to statues. Some of the other older kids might enjoy video games or even game systems for those of you who really want to give something. Puzzles, coloring books, um, pop figures, and I'm looking around my shop as I call this stuff out. Um, Pop figures, um, comic books. Um, I mean, anything. It could be anything. And basically, what I do, and I've already got one family already. Someone has already referred one family to me, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I've already got some toys under the tree, as I mentioned earlier. I've got some good stuff. See, stuff like this, you know, older kids can appreciate. And some of this is even educational, like this steam powered bug that you can put together, right? This can be educational and kind of fun and educational. And this tornado LED stunt car. I think someone gave me one of these last year too. But one of these things, there might be a 12-year-old who would appreciate something like this. Who's been told, hey, you shouldn't play with toys. Toys are for kids. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to be a kid the rest of my entire life. I've got this Nap Tight Max tank. One of my judo students donated. I've got these little figurines, these little Spider-Man figurines that the same judo student donated. And not only, this is not only a thing for the kids who get these gifts, but for the people who give something to somebody, that can be a life transforming event, because I know when I do something good for somebody, it makes me feel good, right? So giving something to somebody, helping something with somebody makes me feel good. Now there are people out there who kind of take advantage of stuff like this, unfortunately. But sometimes you got to just sift through the weeds. But the people that I've helped so far, um, I told this story last year, but I'm gonna tell it again. I got a family referred to me last year. Well, I had about 4 families referred to me, I believe, last year, and I um, went out and got stuff for the families, and a lot of people donated stuff for the families, and I had been communicating with someone, and then they reminded me that they had been in my judo class when they were a kid, years and years and years ago. I'm not going to say who it was, but years and years and years ago. And they were in their, I think, mid-20s now, but this was when they were like barely even a teenager, if at all, maybe 10 or 11 or something like that. And they were in my class and had trained under me. And now she's got her own kids, and she was, having a difficult time at Christmas. And it was just funny how that, how the world is so small that came all the way back around. And it really hit home with me. And when she came to pick up her toys for her kids, and then after she left, I broke down. I'm not even going to lie. I broke down in tears because, I don't know, there was just this overwhelming sense of I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest. But I was just overwhelmed. Let's just say that. I was overwhelmed and overwhelmed with emotion. And just broke down and cried. I'm man enough to say it. I broke down and cried. And, but it was just great. It was a great feeling. So, you know, so I basically what I'm trying to say is what I'm saying is I love doing this stuff, right? And I'm still looking for, well, first of all, more donations, of course. But I'm also looking for a couple more families. I want to have at least 3 families that we can do something for. Maybe 4 families. If we get enough gifts, um, if we get enough gifts, I'm willing to even accept more families. If we don't get enough gifts, then I'm going to have to go out and spend my money like I did last year. And, you know, that's very difficult for me to do. That's why I call on the community because sometimes I struggle myself because I do so much for other people. Um, Sometimes I struggle myself, but I don't mind, honestly. But sometimes I just can't do as much. Sometimes I can't do as much as I would like to do. But just know that whatever you donate, and I do prefer people donate gifts and not money. If you donate money, it's okay, but I have to go out and do the Christmas shopping. And unfortunately, because I do so much stuff, I don't have a lot of time. But I will if I have to. I did it last year. I think I did a live stream from Walmart last year. So if you want to donate money, you can, but I prefer people donate um, toys, right? And that way, there's no, there's no question about where the toys are going to go. There's no question about who's going to get the toys and whatnot. And this tree is starting to look ancient, and I just got it last year. All right, I'm having a hard time finding orange because it looks like some of the colors have faded. Come on, that might be orange. I think this is orange. I think this is faded orange. Um, what in the world? This got to be orange. It's got to be. Don't buy Christmas trees for uh, live streaming, guys. It's not going to work out in your favor. This tree was still a little expensive, but it was still cheap. All right, if this tree turns out lopsided, I promise you, it's not my fault. But um, I'm going to put it together the best I can because I think my orange is faded. So I'm just going to put the ones together that where I think they go. This is the next biggest size, so that. Oh no, this would be at the bottom. Yeah, the smaller ones go at the top. What am I thinking? All right, let's try this again. Uh, that is purple, so that's not it. So purple would go here, I think. Now, if this tree falls apart, I swear to goodness, if this Mickey, if this Mickey Flicky falls apart after only 1 year, we're gonna have some problems. You guys gonna see Sensei Claus get a little angry if this thing falls apart. So, at community Christmas tree, as I was saying earlier, it is a community Christmas tree because I'm asking people to bring me ornaments to put on the tree. So I try not to. Um, and guys, if I miss you and don't wave at you, I apologize in advance. But I try to ask people to bring in Christmas ornaments to put on the tree. If you're just joining and didn't hear this earlier, I ask for people to bring Christmas ornaments to bring them to put on the tree, so that well, this is what I call the community Christmas tree. But basically, I wanted to represent whatever relationship you have with me, whether it's friendship, family, judo. I wanted to signify that kind of, but it doesn't have to. They can just be something from you as a gift to the community tree. It doesn't necessarily have to represent something, but it's really cool if it does. Like, for example, I had one person Kathleen made me a Batman Among Us figure. It was an Among Us figure that I 3D printed, and she bought some off of me. And she turned one of them into a Batman, and it was awesome. I forgot where I put it. I gotta find that thing. But that thing was awesome. And so I put that on the tree. And then, how you doing? I can't see who that is. Someone's calling me their bestie, but of course, it must be one of my students because all of my students call me their bestie until they get in trouble in my class. Then I'm mean old Mr. Stokes. But um, but thank you for your greeting. I care about all my students, by the way. So thank you. So this might be orange, even though it's red. Maybe the orange faded. I don't know. We're just gonna put it on there anyway. I'm gonna put the orange where this red sticker is because maybe the red sticker, maybe the orange. I'm gonna put the red stems where the orange sticker is because maybe the orange sticker was used to be red. That's a possibility. Add you. I'm not even sure who this is because I can barely see your picture. But as you know, I don't normally add my students because you guys don't know how to stop talking about stuff in school. So like, if I add my students, if I add any of my students, as soon as we get home or get to school, Mr. Stokes, I added you on Instagram. Okay, I get it, and I have to hear that 20,000 times a day. Mr. Stokes, I added you. Mr. Stokes, I saw your Instagram. You don't have to advertise that you saw my Instagram. That's annoying. But this is why I don't add my students unless you were involved in my judo class somehow, and you know, something like that. But otherwise, I don't add my students. Now, you guys are more than welcome to add me if you want. I can't stop you from doing that unless I block you, and that would be mean. I won't block you unless you start doing something crazy. But doesn't mean I can't add you. Oh, it doesn't mean you can't add me. All right, what's next? What color is this? That looks like green. Here we go. Green stems. So far, this is going great. I hope. Oh, shoot. I am not putting anybody on my live stream. All my students know this already. I don't put anybody on my live stream because I it's hard for me to focus on other people if I'm having to focus on one person. I swear I think I have ADHD. And I probably had it since I was a kid. But back then, we had a different kind of medicine for ADHD. It's called a butt whooping. And it was an awesome cure, let me tell you. So, hang on a second. My computer battery is dying and I need to plug it up. I'm not quite sure how that's dying, but give me just a moment. Okay, that should take care of it. All right. Yeah, so anyway, nothing personal. If I don't add you, I just find it difficult to concentrate on what I'm saying, what I'm doing to everybody when I have one particular person to focus on. And I like talking to everybody on my live stream. I really hope this tree turns out well. So if you guys don't bring me ornaments for the community Christmas tree, it's going to be a pretty dull looking tree. Maybe. I also have an angel that I used to put on the tree that I've had for years. And that thing crumbled in my hand too. I really didn't want to let that one go. I think I threw it away, but I've had that angel since the 1990s, I believe. Like probably since 98 maybe. and it was a light up angel, and it had fiber optic lights in it. So it's like the little bitty lights that like kind of sparkled on her wings and stuff. I'm sure they don't make them anymore. That thing is probably antique. Well, actually, they might. I don't know, but that thing died. That my poor angel died. She's been with me for so long. I wish I could play my popular Christmas songs so I could sing to you. Maybe it's good that I can't right now, but um, I do love singing. Another cool thing that happened last year was my friend Miles, who lives right on the corner. While I was doing my live stream, and he heard about my community Christmas tree and people bringing ornaments and stuff. While I was doing my live stream, he came down and brought me an ornament. Um, and I think it was a dolphin. And he happened to have two of them, so he wanted me to have one. So in that sense, he had one and I had one, so that's how we connected through that. That's how we were connected through that ornament. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I want people to bring something meaningful if you can. If you can. So Miles is a great friend. His fiance is awesome, and that was a really cool thing to have that happen on live.
This Christmas, please stay home. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us, and after that, we will see you in the street. Stay safe.
And to my students, I know I sounded cynical. I know it sounded kind of mean when I said that I don't add you guys because you talk about it too much in school. That's not from a personal thing. That's like a school policy thing. If you guys if I add you to my Instagram and you talk about it too much in class, that disrupts the class. And if you know me, I do not like my class disrupted. So that's one of the reasons I won't add my students to my social media. Sometimes you guys slip through the cracks. And you come in with a name that I don't know or a picture that I don't know. And sometimes you guys get me. And slip through the cracks, but as a general rule, I don't add my students. So it's nothing personal to anybody. Now, I do have some students who have reconnected since while they're out of high school or while they're in high school. Some have come to me for advice. Some have come to me for help. That's different. I can't see myself denying someone who's in a crisis or someone who needs some kind of life advice or something. That I can't really see myself denying someone, but just to chit chat and try to get points because Mr. Stokes is TikTok. That I can't have. All right, so the tree is coming along pretty good. It's also got a slight lean to it, but not for the same reason that my other tree had a lean to it. Because this one is not going to fall apart, I'm pretty sure. But my other tree was leaning because it was falling, and that was not cool. All right. So anybody else who's online, tell me how your Thanksgiving was. If you get online, tell me how your Thanksgiving went so far, because it's still Thanksgiving technically. Or even better, tell me what you are thankful for. I would like to know what everybody's thankful for. I'm thankful for a lot of things and a lot of people. Even some bad people, because even bad people, um, you can still learn something from an encounter with someone who's bad. All right, I'm gonna have to kneel, so let me turn this down just a little bit so you guys can see me. I'm gonna have to kneel so I can get this these lower branches. And this is the easy part. Putting the lights on, that's a whole nother story. This part is easy. So you guys can see this is actually coming along pretty nicely. At least I think so. And I know a lot of people are still eating with their families, probably, are still spending time with family. And by the way, shout out to my family. I love my family. I know I don't spend much time with them. That doesn't mean I don't love them. And if they don't love me, it's just that I've been pretty much alone in most of my life. Um, Especially until adulthood, because I've had to deal with some very shady people, some very dishonest people, shady people, people who don't even try to understand you, people who use you. Being the kind of person I am, I've had to deal with all kinds of people. And so um, when I get a chance to be to myself, when I get some time off, I love spending it, you know, at least to myself. Um, I say to myself while I'm doing a live stream, but basically what I mean is it's hard for me to entertain a bunch of different types of personalities at once. So on live stream, I can just entertain, and the people who are entertaining will stay, and the people who aren't will leave, and it's just that simple. But when you're with people in person, it doesn't mean I don't like being around people at all. But when you're with people in person, then on the spot, you have to cater to whatever they want or need. As opposed to them catering to not catering to what you, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. I promise I haven't been drinking. I probably sounded a little crazy right then, but no. But anyway, so that's why I like doing live streams. I can just entertain and not have to worry about what people think or say. Or not for my sake, but for their sake, I should say. And by the way, it doesn't have to be today that people bring ornaments for the community tree. You can bring ornaments anytime throughout the week to put on the tree. All the way up till Christmas, actually. However, for the Gifts for Great Kids donations, I'm looking for those constantly, all the time. So if you have donations for the Gifts for Great Kids charity, then by all means, don't wait for that. Go ahead and bring it. Somehow, I ended up with too many yellows. That doesn't make sense. What in the world happened? I'm missing something. Somehow, I have more branches than I have tree. And I don't know how that happened. Sorry. Let me raise it up a little bit. Somehow I have more branches than I have tree. How did that happen? No clue. So all of these, what in the world? All right, guys, I am perplexed. Unless these are extra branches. I mean, that's possible. But I don't know how this happened. Now, another tree is supposed to be in a cone shape. This is crazy. So I am going to, I don't know. I don't know how this happened. I don't see any branches that are missing. It's starting to be in a cone shape. I've got 1, 2, 3 more. I'm just going to put them in order, next smallest to the next biggest, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. My tree's going to look weird, guys. There's going to be a tree nonetheless. All right, that might be extra. That goes on the bottom. So it's going to be between these and those. Which one's bigger? It goes next. Okay, these are going to go next. And then these, and then those. All right, I figured it out, kind of. Not sure how I got extra branches, but oh well. Why did my music stop? Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Christmas tree at Christmas party. I'm just so hungry and you can see it.
Can't do this without Christmas music, for sure. All right, I'm gonna have to get low again, and see if I can't figure this out. This nonsense. The only thing I can think of is if there are more branches on the bottom than there are on the others. And that could be the case. And it looks like that might be the case. I think I've solved the mystery, guys. You may have solved the mystery. Move this down a little bit so you guys can see. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. I had a story that I was going to tell, but I can't remember the story. I'm sure it'll come to me in a moment. And guys, I was just thinking, because I do that a lot. I was just thinking that I could just put the branches on the tree and then do the decorating tomorrow, the rest of the decorating tomorrow, because I know a lot of people with their families and probably won't get a chance to see all this stuff. I know some people were sad that they couldn't, but I might just do that. Maybe I'll finish putting the branches on today and then I'll decorate the tree tomorrow and do another live stream. I do have to do some college work at some point though. So it shouldn't take too long to do the lights. I say that and it's going to take me forever because I hate putting on the lights because I can never get it the way I want it. Okay. Again, if my tree is lopsided, it's not my fault. Pretty sure I put some in the wrong spot. And so tomorrow is Black Friday, but stores have gotten smart. They have started doing Black Friday all week. So it's not really called Black Friday. It shouldn't be called Black Friday anymore. It should be called Black Week. But it's actually a good reason. You know, I guess it cuts down on everybody being in the store at the same time. And all this nonsense and violence and people fighting over handkerchiefs and stuff. So in a way, I get it. It makes sense. And I don't have money to go Black Friday shopping anyway, so I could just do the live stream, another live stream tomorrow, which is what I might do. I think I'm going to do that. So that way, anybody who missed it today, you can check back in tomorrow and still catch the live stream. How about that? And the live stream will still be at 7 tomorrow as well. So that's good. I will be open tomorrow from 12 till 6. You come in tomorrow, I'll give you a good deal on comic books. And I can plug this too. Guys, don't forget, I have an awards program called Heroes Honor for kids who make the AB honor roll. They can come in and get a free comic book. I haven't had anybody take advantage of that in a while. I don't know if it's because kids aren't making the AB honor roll like they used to, um, or what. But I didn't create that program just to be creating programs. So if you know any kids who made the AB honor roll, who read comics, you can bring them to the shop. I'll let them pick out a free comic out of my back row boxes. This program has several purposes. One of them is to get back to encouraging kids to read, because kids definitely don't like to read these days. And the other is to give them an incentive to do better in school. I miss doing my auctions like this, my live auctions. I really miss doing that. I wish I had the time. There's just so much energy and so much work to set up for with only a handful of people, which is why I want to get my TikTok rolling and get more people on TikTok invested in it so that it is definitely more worthwhile. Guys, those of you online, don't hesitate to ask questions or strike up a conversation. You got me feeling like I talk too much. All right, it's coming along, as you guys can see. It's coming along slowly but surely. Oh, I didn't mean to get in front of this camera. So it looks like I'm about to disappear for a minute because I'm going to go behind the tree for a brief second. Um, I'm not ignoring you guys, I promise. I just got to go and flesh out these stems for a second. It shouldn't take me but like 30 seconds, so I'll be right back. Okay, that actually took a little bit longer than 30 seconds, but almost got done. I'm going to turn the tree this time. Let's see what happens. All right, there we go. It looks like I've got someone calling me while I'm on live, but I can't answer while I'm on the live stream. Caleb, hop on the live stream if you get this, and you can talk to me here. Hopefully he'll see that and get on. So guys, if you didn't see, a couple of days ago, a few days ago, I think it was the 18th, I did a stream on the a live stream on the Burlington Parade. I gotta find out when the Redmond Parade is too. But I did a live stream on the Burlington Parade, and it was a pretty long parade, longer than I thought anyway. But what I was wanting to say was that well, no, I'm not going to talk about it. I was going to say something about my high school's band, but I don't want to sound like I'm being cynical. I did notice that and when I say my high school, I mean the school that I went to high school. The school where I went to high school. I'm not talking about any school that I work at, but my high school's band was not up to par, and I was disappointed. And there might be a number of reasons why. I don't know. But you had all these other bands go through, and from all these different schools, and they were amazing. They were amazing, and they were full in number, and they were, in sync, and they were uniformed. But my high school wasn't. And I think this has been happening for the past couple of years, the past few years. And I was highly disappointed because Um, during the parade, the high school bands are one of the things that people look forward to. And so I'm trying to figure out, and I might have to ask questions and investigate. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can help them. Like, if I can get people, maybe people in my class, in my graduating class, and classes after, to see if we can do a fundraiser or pitch in to get them uniforms, to try to encourage them somehow. I don't know. I might just be talking out of the side of my neck, as they say. But I don't know. I was disappointed. Not that my opinion is all that important, but for me, I was disappointed. So if it is that they need help, I want to try to do something to help them. Like, I need another project, but you know what? Helping people in the community is kind of what I do. So I should be able to do something. I should be able to come up with something. So if I stepped out of range for a second, guys, I have to fix my sign. All right. One more row. And then this monster is done as far as the branches go. I hate that I can't put my angel back up there though. We're going to try something different with these last branches. Normally, I put the branches on there and then I fluff them out once they're all around it. But this time, I'm going to try to fluff them out and then put them on, because it's hard to reach under there with all the other branches fluffed out. All this up and down, I'm getting my lunges in. Everything is a form of training. That's my philosophy anyway. Everything is a form of training. I'm not sure what made me decide to get an all-white tree last year. Um, I think I liked the simplicity of it because I liked my tree being decorated in red and gold. Or was it red and silver? I think it was red and gold. And I like that idea, keeping it simple with white lights and red and gold. It's supposed to have it psychedelic with all kinds of lights and stuff, all color lights. So having a white Christmas tree with red bulbs and red bows. And I used to have these white doves, and my doves used to be kind of furry, and I've had those for so long that they were going out on me too. Lou, how's it going, bud? But yeah, I've had those doves for so long. I think I still got them actually. I think last year, I know last year they were falling apart so bad, the fur was peeling off of them that I just washed the fur off of all of them, so that they were just white plastic doves. Um, and I think I still put them on the tree. I've still got a couple of cool things to put on the tree, like these I've had forever too. These little nutcrackers. Yeah, I've got two of these that I've had for many years, and I don't know why this one's being dumb all of a sudden. What the heck? Okay, somehow the belt got in the wrong place. How in the world did that happen? Wait, let me put this limb on first before I tackle that problem. At least my tree's not falling down this year. At least my tree's not falling down on my live stream this year. All right, so how did this happen? What puzzle am I missing here? Oh, wait, there it is. A piece of the puzzle. There we go. So, Soldier Boy had a satchel. I wonder if this is a real nutcracker. You know, the funny thing is, I never tested it to see if it was actually a nutcracker. I mean, the mouth moves. It's got a handle in back. But I haven't tested to see if it actually like cracks pecans or something. That would be cool if it did. But I don't know how strong this wood is. And it's pretty old too. So I don't know if I want to. I don't even know if I want to chance that. Yeah, I'm not. And he's got a brother somewhere. Here's the other one. I don't know why, but I just like cool stuff like this. This one is probably also antique. And apparently used to have something on it because this peg just came out and I don't know what it goes to. Where did that go to? Yeah, see that? A little peg right there. I don't know what that is. The other guy doesn't have it. What are you? Okay. Oh well. I guess it's not quite that important. I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody who comes in my store, you are going to get tired of me playing Christmas music if you don't like Christmas music. Because I freaking love Christmas music. I love it. Especially my favorite Christmas song of all time. And I don't remember the name of it. You're probably wondering how's it your favorite song if you can't even remember the name of it. But I assure you, it is definitely my favorite Christmas song. Um, and it might be Angels We Have Heard on High, a rendition of that. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Some rendition of Angels We Have Heard on High. And that song is just amazing. The guy who sings it, dude, he is so talented. It's just great. I wish I could play it, but again, I don't want to get a copyright strike. I'm pretty sure it still applies to Christmas music. Although, I don't know many people who are going to pay to download a Christmas album or download Christmas music. But I wish I could play it. I wish I could play Christmas music in general, not just that song. All right, guys, the tree, as far as the branches go, are almost finished. Almost finished. And what time is it? I started at 7-ish. I've been on for almost 2 hours. Wow. It didn't even seem like 2 hours. And someone is still watching from one of my other social medias, and I thank you very much for sticking with me. I don't think anybody's on my Instagram, but that's okay. I might try to do it for my Game Over Instagram too tomorrow. Maybe. All right, one more branch to go, ladies and gentlemen. And we have completed a significant part of this journey here with Sensei Claus tonight. Oh, I didn't even talk about my Sensei Claus hat. This is another thing I've had for many, many years. And eventually, I want to start wearing this to school because I don't know what it is about this hat, and it's not just any hat. It's this hat in particular. But this hat, I'm starting to believe this hat has some magical properties. Because whenever I'm wearing this hat, I am probably in the best mood ever. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the whole spirit of Christmas kind of thing. Um, the fact that I like Christmas so much. Maybe that has something to do with it. But when I have this hat on, there's very little that can bother me. Very, very little. And I just love wearing it. It just makes me feel good. It helps me make other people feel good. And I try to encourage my students to get one. And a couple of my students they did last year. They got one, and we wore it in class. We wore it in class, and they said the same thing. Whenever they wear this hat, there's just something about it that makes you feel good. So that's why I came up with the persona of Sensei Claus. Plus, I used to have a red gi. Well, I still got a red gi, but it's a little raggedy now. I've had that gi forever too. And my red gi's a little worn. If I can find another one, I will. But if I can afford another one, I will. But so my Sensei Claus persona mostly came because of this hat. I don't know. Well, it's probably a culmination of things. It's probably the hat, along with Christmas music, along with the spirit of Christmas. It's probably all of it. But even without Christmas music, this hat, I'm telling you, just makes me feel good. And so, all throughout December, well, from the day after, well, starting now actually, whenever I'm in the shop, all throughout December and a little bit into the new year, I'm going to have this hat on. I'm going to have my Sensei Claus hat on. And, there are some people who don't have that kind of Christmas spirit, but I'm all about it. I'm all about it. So, anyway, I'm almost done with this part of the ceremony, guys. I'm going to take some time to relax. Go eat some Thanksgiving dinner. Hang out with my doggies. And enjoy the rest of my Thanksgiving. Like I hope you guys are. And then tomorrow, I'll get back on. I'll talk a little bit more about the Gifts for Great Kids. I'll talk a little bit more about the decorating and the community Christmas tree idea. I'm going to put the skirt on the tree, so I'm going to get a little bit low. Bring you guys down a little bit with me. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about all of that stuff and have some more positive vibes with you. But as you can see, the tree's coming together slowly but surely. Can't believe it took me 2 hours just to put the branches on, but it is what it is. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but man, how can you not be at peace with this kind of music? Can you guys hear it? There ain't no way. There's no way this kind of music can't put you at peace. All right, so let me show you what we've got for the tree so far. First, I'll show you guys. And then let me show you guys. Now, I know that it doesn't seem like much right now. I know it doesn't seem like a lot right now. But once I get all these gifts under it, once I get my decorations on it, and have you guys be a part of that, this tree, this community tree, is going to be awesome. Why do I sound like Mr. Rogers? I sound like Mr. Rogers. Thank you, boys and girls, for being a part of my neighborhood Christmas tree. Just want to be a good neighbor. Oh, I definitely sound like Mr. Rogers. I got more people coming on. That's awesome. Got a few more toys to put under for my gifts for great kids. Now the toys aren't wrapped yet, of course, but I am going to not wrap them when I give them out to families. Let me go into a little bit more detail about my gifts for great kids. Why is that a tongue twister? Boy. All right. Let me go into a little bit more detail about my gifts for great kids. So basically, what I do, what I started last year, was that, there we go. What I started last year was that I asked people to refer families to me who had kids, middle to high school age, and these families were people who weren't able to or weren't going to be able to provide gifts for their kids for Christmas. And so I asked them to refer these families to me, and I asked people to donate to these families gifts of toys and games and books and fun stuff, manga books, comic books, even anime DVDs, or action figures, dolls, remote control cars, model planes, and stuff like that. Pop figures, statues, anything, posters, you name it. And I asked people to donate all this stuff. And some people did, a lot of people did, and some people donate money. But again, I would rather you donate toys, because if you donate money, that means I would have to, and not that I mind, by the way. I definitely don't mind going around, um, Christmas shopping for people. But I think it's more, I think it's more, I don't know what word I'm looking for. I think people are trusted more if they just donate toys as opposed to donating money, right? I know I ask for a lot of money, for charity events and to support my comic shop or my dojo. Um, but that's mostly because I provide a lot of opportunity for the community and I do a lot of things. And you know, sometimes most often donations don't help me per se, as opposed to helping what I do in the community. And so, but I know sometimes people can get tired of donating money. And so I really, and I'm saying this with all sincerity and honesty, I really despise asking people for money. I really do. And so I'm hoping that people will be more willing to donate toys, right? Because that's basically what it's all about, giving some fun to some families. I know last year we had someone donate a bike, and again, I prefer the stuff be new. But if it's something that's good and clean, like somebody donated, like I was saying, they donated a bike last year, but the bike looked fairly new and not used very much. And I think it was a little girl, if I'm not mistaken, got the bike and loved it. And so on Christmas, people send me videos of the kids opening their gifts, and I make a montage out of it. I post videos and pictures, and it's heartbreaking sometimes to be able to help people who are in need like that, and not just the families themselves, but the kids as well. Or I should say that vice versa. Not just the kids, but the families who are struggling and having a hard time, um, putting food on the table and paying bills already. So I don't usually get many gifts myself anyway, but for anybody who did want to donate or not donate, anyone who did want to give me something for Christmas, honestly, I prefer you get something for a needy family. Um, yeah. So if you guys can help me out with this little project, this little charity, I say little, but it's actually a big deal to me. If you guys can help me out with this charity, that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now I do have one family, by the way, that I've already gotten. That I'm going to donate some stuff to. I already have one family, but I'm looking for like 2 or 3 more families. And depending on how many gifts we get donated, the sky's the limit. But I do have one family already that's been referred. So if you guys know any other families that might need some Christmas, then by all means point them this way, and I will do what I can to see that they can get some help with some Christmas toys and stuff. All right, this is looking good, folks. This is looking good. Be right back. All right. So I think that's going to be it for today for the tree decorating ceremony. I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow, God willing, if nothing else pops up, for another tree decorating ceremony with the lights and any other Christmas ornaments that people bring in throughout the day. So you have an opportunity to get back in, even though not many people talk much, but you can get back in on the live and have conversation, get some positive vibes, and just enjoy a night talking about good stuff. All right. In the meantime, I hope everybody enjoys your Thanksgiving, the rest of it. It's coming and going real fast, but hopefully everybody's having some good food and good company. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little show. So come back tomorrow, join me tomorrow, and we'll do the rest of the tree. Hopefully it won't take as long as putting the branches up, but we'll do the rest of the tree, and hopefully I'll get some people bringing in some gifts, and I'll try to give a clear picture of what the tree looks like after all the lights are on it. So I look forward to seeing you guys again, and doing this again with you. Thank you again for all the support. Don't forget to follow my social media, especially my TikTok, so I can start doing this live on my TikTok. And I'll try to do it on the other platforms as well, so no worries. Until then, until tomorrow, you guys stay safe, stay awesome. This is Sensei Claus here at Game Over, and I'm out.